Stock investing for beginners. NVIDIA stock jumped over 1,000. How much more NVIDIA price can go up? Today I'm going to talk about my price target and what happened to NVIDIA stock and what could happen in future. NVIDIA reported earnings on May 22nd. After that, the stock jumped over 9% in one day on May 23rd. Its day high was 1063. That's why my portfolio value jumped over 100% to the gain for NVIDIA. Right now, my profit is 55,000 in a few months. The portfolio value 103,000 in NVIDIA stock alone. The next day on Friday, NVIDIA stock also jumped again 2.57% in one day on May 24. After hours, the stock hit 1069. So my portfolio is now 1064.69 and over 119% gain in a few months. 58,000. That's very, very important. Look at that. 58,000 and in one day 55,000. So my work gain 3,000 in one day, 1 hour sleeping. So it's very, very important. If you invest in stocks, they appreciate in value, that you could be making more money sleeping one day compared to other people. They need to work for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. In some parts of the world, they need to work for 1 year to make this much. But invest in great companies, DCA regularly, your wealth gonna grow gradually even when you are sleeping. Just one day before NVIDIA reported earnings, it was only 953.86. My portfolio gain was only 46,000. But after they reported earnings, look at this, 55,000, 10,000 jump in my wealth in just one day. Can you believe that? Over the past 2 days, what happened? 58,000, basically over 13,000 jump in my wealth. It's very, very important to invest in great companies. So when you invest in great companies, your wealth can change overnight, just like that. Last week, 1 week before NVIDIA reported earnings, it was only 943.59. So for only 45,000, then 46,000 after they reported earnings, 55,000. The latest figures, 58,000. Very, very good. 106,000. Would I sell this stock? No, I'm not gonna sell this stock because I believe NVIDIA can go up much more. I'm gonna tell you my price target at the end of the video. If you are a US resident, if you hold stock for more than 1 year, you pay less tax. So that's why I prefer to hold stocks as long as possible, even if you miss 1 or 2 day gains, your wealth can change a lot. So that's why I really prefer not to sell the stock. Can you just imagine if you sell the stock just a few days before reported earnings, you will have lost over 10,000. That's a lot of money that you can make just by holding a few days. Are you gonna miss that? No, I wouldn't miss that. I could trade call option, put options when I'm still holding stocks of great companies. That's how I make money regularly, every day, every week, every month of the year. So start learning, start investing, call option, put option, invest option. You can start opening an account. The link is gonna be in the description and comment down below. So what happened to NVIDIA? NVIDIA reported earnings, EPS of 6.12 compared to estimate of 5.59. That's a big jump. Revenue 26.04 billion versus 24.65 billion expected. NVIDIA beat expectation by a big margin compared to other companies, Meta, Amazon, Alphabet, Microsoft. They did not beat their estimate as much as NVIDIA. CEO Jensen Huang also said the next generation AI chip Blackwell, they're gonna sell a lot. That's what they are expected. Customer, they are not waiting. Even though the next generation AI chips gonna sell in the fourth quarter of this year, they do not wait. They want to get as much as possible NVIDIA products. The demand is so huge. That's why the stock jumped. And NVIDIA said it expected sales of 28 billion in the current quarter. Wall Street was anticipating earnings of 5.95 on sales of 26.61 billion. Guidance is better than expectation. Look at that, 26.61 billion, 28 billion forecast guidance. Chip maker reported net income for the quarter ended April 14.8 billion, 5.9 per share, compared with 2.04 billion last year, 82 cents. So EPS more than 7 times over 1 year. NVIDIA stock only jumped 2 times year to date. Look at that, only 2 times. So I believe NVIDIA is fairly priced. Its intrinsic value jumped more than its stock. So that's why even though NVIDIA stock jumped quite a lot, it stays fair value, not overvalued much. You see, that's why it keeps going up. NVIDIA customers are Google, Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, OpenAI. They make a lot of money. So if its customer makes lots of money and they buy lots of NVIDIA products, who makes more money? Of course, NVIDIA, because NVIDIA chips are not cheap. They are quite expensive. I would say premium. But they get what they pay for. There is value in the money. So that's why lots of companies, big companies, sovereign nations, they can't buy NVIDIA products enough. NVIDIA said its data center category rose 427%, more than 5 times. Look at that. That's why NVIDIA stock jumped. That's pretty much very impressive. And hotbar graphic processor, much in demand. And all these large cloud providers makes up about 40% of NVIDIA data center revenue. But I expect it to go down because lots of sovereign nations, other countries, they want to buy lots of NVIDIA chips. So more demand. All these cloud providers, even though they buy more every year, they are make up their percentage gonna go down. That's good news. And NVIDIA CEO said we will see a lot of Blackwell revenue this year. Look at that, lots of Blackwell revenue. Next generation AI chips, it's gonna be in the fourth quarter. So expectation is better, guidance is also better. Look at that. NVIDIA bought back 7.7 billion worth of share. If you own NVIDIA shares, you do not want lots of NVIDIA shares on the market. So if they bought back shares, the less share in the market, what you have gonna become more valuable. So that's why I don't hold cash. If you hold US dollars, Singapore dollars, Malaysia ringgit, Korea won, Japanese yen, lots of government in the world are printing money. The more money they print to pay down their debt, the less value of the cash that you hold. That's why I don't hold cash. So stock of the great companies are number one. Even if you invest in real estate, just imagine you buy a house, you rent it out. How many customers will you get? You only get one tenant, right? Even if you do Airbnb, or even if you rent out room, let's say you have 4 rooms, you can only get 4 customers, 4 tenants. But if you own stocks of NVIDIA, NVIDIA has customers all over the world. Just imagine, you have unlimited supply of customers. If you invest in real estate, the real estate always have limited number of customers. So which is better, owning a company or owning a real estate? Of course, owning a company, the business is much better. In my professional opinion, NVIDIA is also increasing quarterly cash dividend, 4 cents to 10 cents, so more than double. So that's why the stock price jumped. Of course, no surprise here, it jumped after they reported earnings over 13%, 13.54% over the past 5 days. Even Jim Cramer said do not trade NVIDIA. You just hold NVIDIA. Even though lots of customers seem to desert NVIDIA, actually they are desperate for its product because Meta, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, they need to keep buying NVIDIA chips. They are so afraid. What if there's a supply shortage? Then we cannot buy enough chips, so then we will be in trouble. So that's why they want to create their own chips. It's because they are so desperate for NVIDIA chips. There is no demand problem. Demand is so huge. They are so worried about supply problem. So that's why you would think that they want to create their own chips because they don't want to buy NVIDIA chips. No, they want to keep buying NVIDIA chips. They are just so afraid that they cannot buy enough. That's why. NVIDIA is right now 1064.69. So how much more can it go up? We're gonna look at that. Right now, market cap is $2.62 trillion. The third most valuable company in the world. The second most valuable company is Apple, 2.91 trillion. Apple is up only 2.34% year to date. NVIDIA is up 121.04%, more than double. Why? Because NVIDIA was an value, it's now fair value. So the chance of NVIDIA going up is higher than Apple stock keep going up. So I believe NVIDIA is gonna overtake Apple. And number one, Microsoft, $2.2 trillion. Right now, Microsoft is up only 15.99% year to date. If NVIDIA overtake Microsoft, it's gonna be at least 3.2 trillion. Let's say 3.3 trillion because Microsoft will also keep going up. So let's just say 3.3 trillion. Let's do some price calculation. 2.62 trillion to 3.3 trillion market caps needs 25.95% gain. So let's do some calculation. 1064.69 multiplied with 1.2595. NVIDIA's price gonna be 1,341. This is just calculation estimate. I'm not saying that it's gonna be 1,341. This is just my predictions. NVIDIA price predictions. That's gonna be minimum. That's what I think in my professional opinions. Let's look at my price target. How much do I really think NVIDIA is gonna hit? Another 11.86% gain will be 1,500. So my NVIDIA price target is 1,500. So from this today, 1,064.69 to 1,500 requires 40.89% jump in the price. Do you think NVIDIA revenue and net income could it go up by 41% this year and next year? 1 to 2 years? I believe so. So because I believe that, my price target is gonna be 1,500. One NVIDIA price becomes 1,500 before split. After split, it's gonna be 10 to 1 stock split. So you need to divide it by 10. After the stock split, the price is gonna be $150. The price target is gonna change to $150. The market cap is gonna be 3.69 trillion market cap. Based on my calculations, the price target 1,500 pre-split, $150 after split, 3.69 trillion market cap. Is that possible? Comment down below. I believe so because remember, a few years ago, Apple was only $1 trillion. Apple was the first company to hit $1 trillion. Look at Microsoft, 3.2 trillion. It was just a few years ago, maybe 2 years ago. Look at that. It's already 3.2 trillion. So it's gonna be very, very easy for any great companies to hit 3.69 trillion market cap, maybe 4 trillion. It's definitely possible in my professional opinions. If you want to know My next NVIDIA stock, what I buy, what I trade, you can join Patreon members. The link is gonna be in the description comment down below. Do you want to retire early? Do you love freedom? Do you want to work only 1 to 2 hours a day while traveling around the world and spend more time with your family? You can start stock investing and option trading right now.